Skills Ontario is working with local school boards to promote skilled trades to young women. We're joined by Jennifer Green from Skills Ontario to talk about the organization's virtual mentorship series. Jennifer, do young women still face barriers when looking at skilled trades as a future career?
Yes, of course. Although it is progressing and at a good rate, one of the issues that still lies is stigma and change. Doesn't matter what the stigma is about for anyone. It's really hard to change perceptions, and you need a lot of people on board to be able to move that dial and continue on. But there's a lot of opportunities in place that help combat that. So progression is being made for young women to more easily enter the skilled trades.
When I was a high school student, way back when, I remember there was one girl who took shops. We had 6 shops in my high school, and this one girl always stood out, and she was actually probably the best auto mechanic at our school at that time. But that shouldn't be the way things are today. Is it still like that?
It is in some cases, but it also depends on region. And I love the fact that you brought up that example because I was also the only woman in my manufacturing class. I was also the only woman in my 3 years of my apprenticeship in college. How many tech classes are there? Is there promotion? Do you have maybe an all-female introductory to trades class in grade 9? What are the regions doing to help promote that, to have more women? And if you're in a community where there might not be as many classes or high schools available to be able to offer those programs, there might not be as many going into those. We might still see only 1, 2, or none women in those classes. And then in some school boards, you could have more than 50-50 of women in that class. It all just depends, and it's very regional wise when you think about the vast span of Ontario and what our different communities have available to them as well.
This particular community of Niagara has done a fairly good job at basically promoting trades as an option for young ladies.
Very proud of the school boards and Niagara College in even what they do for Skills Ontario as far as their regional event. Skills Ontario and Niagara College have partnered for many years in hosting a Women in Trades event, and it's morphed into this new mentorship series.
That's a key as well, that young ladies do see female mentors already in the trades. How important is it from your perspective at Skills Ontario?
Extremely important. Even before I started at Skills Ontario, I've been mentoring young women and men for almost 20 years. And the whole phrase of see it, be it. If there's a doctor growing up as a child, you go to the doctor. You know exactly what that career is. You see the firefighters drive past your house possibly. You see them in your everyday life. So you're used to those and you know exactly what they do and who they are. The skilled trades are sometimes a little bit more in the background that kids don't see every day. So being able to provide mentors that they can physically see and hear from allows them to get to know what that occupation and career is. In your house, almost everybody has electricity and you use it every day. How do you wake up? Your alarm clock or your cell phone. You had an electrician wire your house. You had a linesman or a power line technician run the power to your house. So skilled trades are in your everyday life. You just don't necessarily see it happening exactly as you would in a career such as a doctor or a lawyer or a garbage truck driver.
So what is exactly planned for this mentorship series?
This mentorship series will have multiple different pieces. The first one was highlighted as an overall about skilled trades, where I was the keynote, which has led to today's interview, and really got a chance to talk about the programs and my story, where I started as a high school student. I was originally going to go to university and ended up changing my career and did co-op and got into the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. And this series will really allow students to see what's in the different sectors of motive power, industrial, service, construction, and technology. But it also has a wraparound with packages and materials where students will get to do a hands-on activity while hearing from mentors, and the activity is being led by the mentors of those skilled trades.
So you're telling me that when they register for this, when they sign up, they will receive a package, and that package actually has some activities for them to do with their hands?
So the packages will include resources and swag from event partners, as well as materials for a live workshop during the event. As I noted, where apprentices will actually guide the students through what that workshop will be, and specifically for construction. They're going to do a planter that also has a lighting component, and they'll be able to have a chance to grow their own herbs in that planter, and then they're going to host another cooking session for a culinary creation based on the herbs that they grew in the planter that they built.
Construction
That's
is February 10th. What else is coming up?
There's a few other events coming up that can be checked out that students can reach out to their school guidance counselor or their teacher. They will also notice posters posted around their schools promoting the series. That'll also have a QR code that they can link directly to the website to find all the details that they need about the full series.
How do they get this package of materials?
After they register, they'll be signed up for the event and they'll receive the package through their registration.
It sounds like a fantastic idea, and the hands-on component is key to getting them involved and keeping their interest.
It's definitely been one of the more complex capacities as far as trying to do, how do you do skilled trades virtually? How do you have a hands-on component when being on a video call like this? So it's really great to see that events such as this partnership series, as well as Skills Ontario, being able to find different activities. And I mentioned Skills Ontario because we also host the Young Women's Conference, the largest in Canada, where in person we've got 2,000 young women, and virtually we brought in almost 8,000 people. We held a bridge building activity built all out of recyclables and consumables around your house of cardboard and string and elastics. And so students were able to participate along with that while just gathering stuff from around their house while in lockdown. And we also described, as we built each piece of the bridge, which skilled trades built that section of the bridge.
One of the things Skills Ontario is very well known for are the skills competitions. You've had to do those in a different way the last couple of years. Have they still been a popular event?
Very much so. So we normally bring in about 2,400 competitors and about 37,000 spectators. In 2020, the competition had to be unfortunately canceled, but we did turn around and find a way to still be able to offer different contests while students were at home and they had a chance to win certificates. And in 2021, we went full force and we were still able to have almost 600 students while in lockdown competing from their home with the same normal type of contest. And I say that meaning we had 2 secondary students competing in brick masonry. They had tarps in their backyard, they had bricks and mortar delivered to their house, and they were doing the competition on a video call for a chance to win gold, silver, or bronze. We also had a carpentry student working out of his garage with his dad for supervision on a video call with all of our experts and technical committee. And post-secondary students, many of them were still able to compete out of their classroom and a same normal type of competition, just in their own classroom without spectators and on a video call. So it's been really exciting to find different ideas to make these opportunities still happen, because ultimately they still have a chance to win a medal. They still have a chance at job offers, bursaries, scholarships, media opportunities, and more. And of course, the chance to maybe move on to nationals, and for this year, even possibly a chance to move on to world skills.